Mr. Argo, could you please share your screen regarding the presentation? Then I can explain.
Which my screen?
Yes, you just
Okay,
open the PowerPoint presentation and share. I will explain.
okay. Just hold on one second.
So before we start, may I know a little bit background, Mr. Madhusudan Jana and Mr. Manish? I mean, why you are interested for SAP SD, as well as your previous educational background, your working experience, so that we can relate if possible. Mr. Madhusudan, are you able to hear me?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. So, what you are doing at present, and what's your educational background?
Can you
Yes,
see my screen?
Yes, we can.
last
Okay.
Yes, we
qualification
can.
is MCOM, and I am in private company as a
Your voice is not properly audible.
are you audible?
Yes, right now it's okay.
Yes. My last qualification is a MCOM in commerce, master in commerce, and now I
MCOM.
am working
Okay.
in MCOM, yes, yes, master in commerce.
Uh,
Now working
right.
in private company as a junior accountant.
Acha.
I am interested to the SAP.
Acha.
SAP.
Okay. Hmm. Thank you. Thank you, Madhusudan. And Manish, what about you?
Yeah, hi. Currently, actually, I'm working as a senior consultant in one of the Germany MNC in Pune T system. So like
Mm-hmm.
the post like COVID, I have been working in Kolkata due to work from home. So
Mm-hmm.
like my role is there. I will be working as a lead for the service desk manager. So like
Mm-hmm.
taking care of all SAP module tickets, all database access related ticket, and also like
Mm-hmm.
part for that, I will be taking care of incident management as well as change management. So I do have like hands of experience on incident management handling and the change management process, like creating change, then the and taking care of the changes till the changes implemented, and at the same time I need to update to the customer as well. This is what I've been doing.
So fantastic. This is a kind of PMO sort of role I can see here
No,
that you are basically
yeah, yeah, correct, you can say it's a kind of
partly
PMO
PMO.
and
You are not basically
yeah,
doing the configuration by your hand. There are certain team who is doing everything. You are end-to-end
yeah,
communication. I mean, closing, follow up with the customer. You are basically doing your. I mean, you
right,
are
right,
ensuring the
because
service to the customer.
right, right. Basically, like my role is there, I will be there, as a kind of mediator between the T system and the customer. Like whatever the like communication is happening, it will be going via me. I will be informing them. Like the team will be implementers team will be updating me, and I will be updating that to the customer. Then customer will be updating to me, and I will passing on to them. So this is what kind of, it's a kind of 24/7, 365 days support role.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So your I mean customers are located only in Germany or multi-country based
No,
tickets you are
it
having.
it no, it's from Germany and entire European Union, and
Okay,
as well as from North America.
okay, and all are using SAP, right? SAP ECC or HANA? What system they are using?
SAP ECC, because I will be taking care of whatever the like as of now they are using SAP ECC, but soon they are going to implement in the SAP S4 HANA.
Mm-hmm. So there is, I mean, any partner like TCS, Infosys, who is basically giving support, or they are having their different vendor? Because usually we have seen, for the multi-country kind of support, these big MNCs
Mm-hmm.
plays a pivotal role. So basically,
Correct, correct.
for
You are
that
right.
I am
You are
asking.
right. Correct. Yeah, correct. Right. Because the kind of support I'm providing is like in one area, and suppose in the same project, like it will be also taken care by the TCS as well. So as well as along with some another organization as well. So like multiple companies are supporting them.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So
Yeah.
I should appreciate you have chosen the right organization and right course to upliftment, career upliftment, as well as Madhusudan also. So SAP is the basically the stair. If correctly we can utilize this stair, then we can go up to the sky basically in terms of career in IT. It's a very rewarding career.
Okay.
So myself, I have started career in SAP long back in uh, 2010. Before that I used to work for SAP, not for any very good company, for a good company like Accenture. I have started in 2010, and after that point
Okay.
onwards, I never looked back regarding my career, my earning, my learning. Everything goes well because you have to, love the subject, and I feel that the subject, particularly logistics oriented subject, SAP HD, is basically very much attractive subject. So if you should be in fall in love with this subject if correctly we are giving guidance to you should have the proper inner interest to go through to uplift yourself. And market is always green, and upcoming new technology, new offerings from the SAP company will come, and manufacturing unit as well as any other vertical, you to name a few, like steel companies, automobile company, hospitality, each and every sector we are having good numbers of clients for SAP worldwide. So already you are aware of, needless to say all these things, uh, as you are basically having hands-on experience, so you must be aware. And Madhusudhan, maybe he has done some googling as well as got in touch with his friends and other acquaintances, so to have the picture of the SAP, then carefully he has chosen to for the course. So once again, welcome to our course. So Mr. Argo, could you please just go little below? Okay. So Mr. Argo, will you say a few words regarding our Osgo learning, or shall I cover this part? Then I'll come back to the SAP core area regarding the training.
You just carry on.
Okay, thank you. So basically, our organization is having in two part. One is basically one part is basically imparting training, corporate training, individual training, batch wise training, and second part is basically working with the technology consulting as well as staff augmentation. So basically, many a times we have developed consultants from our own training organization, and we have absorbed for our internal projects also. So that is basically case basis. It's not like that the all time we are having projects like that. Whenever we are having good projects and we feel that one candidate has done proper training and the conceptions are clear, then we deploy them. So this kind of thing also we do. And apart from that, as we are basically in this organization and in the industry 15 years plus experience, like me, other colleagues are here. uh, whomsoever is not speaking, kindly mute your mic. Okay. So, because side noise is coming, uh, Mr. Argo, you may switch off your mic, I think. Thank you. Okay, so basically, if, what I was saying, that basically if in this organization we are having almost 15 plus years of experience persons mostly in terms of its management board as well as the faculty network. So altogether we are helping each other, and whenever we are having any opportunities, we share with our student, and we try to help them each and every possibilities what we can do, right? After giving training, interview preparation, CV preparation, every sort of help we are basically providing. And here we are basically providing all sorts of modules like SAP standard module. Okay, uh, just give me a moment. So yes, Mr. Orgo, kindly show you. Okay. Now, if you see SAP courses are basically, I should say, categorically on a high level, two way it is separated, or classified. One is your functional, another one is your technical. So in terms of functional, all these are coming basically already you are aware of. So just I am telling that SD module, module, financial and module, then production planning module. These are basically classical module, and always we will have a steady industry demand for all these module. Okay, so mm, for and apart from that, in when it comes technical courses, then in technical courses we are having technical module like ABAP module, basis module. ABAP is the programming part of the SAP, like Java, C++, each and every software is having the programming. So like that for SAP, the programming language is a ABAP, as and basis is the system administration, system installation, security, user access. All these are the things. And apart from these two things, we are having new trending courses, new module which are basically coming nowadays in the market. And this is basically S4 HANA related module, then SAP Ariba, because SAP has acquired a good number of other companies, and these companies have their own product, their own offerings, and SAP nowadays offering all those. Like Ariba was some different company they have acquired, as well as Field Glass, another company they have acquired, and they are offering their services right now. And nowadays the market is going as a trend, or that is a cloud based market we are seeing everywhere, not for SAP but for the other software as a service, this kind of things we are having. All the mostly all the ERP like Oracles and other ERP, they are offering their recent customer, I mean their services, their offerings based on cloud. Okay, so SAP is also doing a great thing regarding the cloud offerings, and they have come across a new module, a new offerings, which is SAP HANA. And I think you have opted for the course HANA, Mr. Argo. They have opted for HANA course, right? Okay, so
Right.
here basically, if two provision is with us, we are basically providing HANA courses as well as ECC as per the choice of the candidate. But we recommend strongly for the HANA. Why? Because HANA is the ongoing trend in the market. Many organizations are doing greenfield implementation with HANA. That very beginning At the very beginning they are implementing SAP with HANA, as well as they are also upgrading from other version or ECC version to HANA. Okay, so that is the reason it is strongly recommend that you should go for HANA. Right now, that what is ERP? So basically, we will say it a little shortly, because I will focus regarding the course content of our SAP SD and try to give you a walkthrough there. So in ERP is a conception like enterprise resource planning, and this is a subject, you may say. And under this ERP conception or subject, we are having various softwares in the world. What is basically one of the software is pioneer software is basically SAP. It's a leading software in all over world. It is having almost more than 40% market share or more than that. Apart from that, we are having others, this kind of giant software like Microsoft JD Edwards, Salesforce, Oracle app. All these are the similar sort of software which is basically we are having in the ERP, as under ERP subject like that. So what is ERP? If we go in for any, I mean, any industry, then basically enterprise resource planning, this is okay. What are the resources of the enterprise? If you go any industry, if you go any enterprise, then you will find that there are basically multiple resources which are backbone of that industry and that enterprise. So what are those resources? That resources are basically machine, manpower, money. So these are the very critical resource for successful business operation, to gain profitability of any business. Because we are doing business for or any enterprise is doing business for profitability only, right? That is their ultimate target. So the way we are using all these things, like your machine, your manpower, your money, everything material, uh, that is very significant for their for their ultimate gain, for their to achieve their profitability. If they are not using all these stuffs in a optimal way, then they will not be able to achieve their maximum gain or profitability. So in order to do all these things in a disciplined way, this kind of software came into the market. Because it software is mandatory. No, it's not mandatory. Because before coming to this software, we were also having in our other software like Tally or some homegrown software, as well as Excel file. So we can do all our business transaction using that. But when our business is basically expanding, so any organization is basically going in an expansion mode. It is basically going for recruitment. It is basically setting up new plant, new business line. Then with those, legacy stuff like your homegrown software, then your Tally software, all this kind of software will be miserably fail to withstand the pressure, because what will happen when in one company say having say 50 or 100 manpower, gradually it is increasing 1000 2000 like that, then with the load, the increasing load, all those I mean legacy software will not be able to manage. Okay, it will be very slow, as this is one problem organization are facing, and they are basically going for SAP implementation or Oracle implementation like that, in which will give them benefit for a longer period of time, say that at least 15-20 years, they there should not be any tension for them, they can widely use it. Second point is SAP is having robust integration, I mean with one module is basically very neatly and closely integrated with other module. Whenever you are basically creating one invoice in sales module, then simultaneously you will have its cascading impact for the financial module. Whenever you are issuing any goods for the delivery, then simultaneously you will have the impact for the material management module. Your stock will be reduced, and regarding that, what the financial impact should be there, like debit and credit short of entry, that will also be posted there and then in the finance module. But using the other software, this is not possible, because when one software is basically using in finance module, and some other software or the company is using in logistics module, these softwares are not having any connection, because they have taken for the cost reduction this kind of software from the multiple vendors. So this integration area SAP is very strong. Thirdly, security is very strong. I mean, you can use the I mean this software from the mobile device and other. And lastly, SAP has come out with a new offerings nowadays, like S4 HANA, and all their applications are basically app based, mobile based. So if any person is basically is responsible for creation of sales order, okay, and he doesn't want to do any other thing, and he's very busy person, so he is not having the time to open his laptop. So only he's having in time while I mean going while on the go, he is having his mobile, and from the mobile he wants to book the sales order, then using the particular app of which is responsible for sales order creation, he can able to book the sales order. Okay, so like this kind of advantage nowadays SAP is basically giving by its new offering HANA. Okay, so that already whatever I have told, Mr. Argo is basically showing it from his presentation, like SAP has its highest market share, and other competitor products which are equally good product, they are also in the market. However, SAP is the market leader here. So this is the thing. And in terms of project, I mean, as already Mr. Manish is having sufficient experience, but I'm not sure regarding Madhusudhan and Durga. Okay, that how the SAP projects are running nationally, internationally, and what is basically your these companies are doing. That means where after learning SAP we will have the job. That is our ultimate target, to learn it properly, and basically after that to join the job. Okay, so in that case, I am just showing one thing. You kindly switch off your screen sharing. Let me share my screen. Okay. So far, whatever I have told, if you have any doubt, or if you feel that I am covering very fast, my pace is fast, then kindly tell me. I will control my speed, as well as will be happy to explain you something if you are asking. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. Please allow me to share my screen. Just a moment. Stop screen sharing kindly. Let me try. Hope you are able to view my screen. So here one Word document I have opened. Are you able to view my screen? Kindly confirm.
We can.
Thanks. So basically, this is a trigonal kind of the architecture in terms of SAP market, everything. So here is SAP. as a main company which has developed its product. Here is basically client company, and here is basically system integrator or service provider or implementer company. So here I will, for example, I will take a name like say for example Tata Steel, client company. They want to implement SAP, and here the vendor is say PwC. Okay, so this is the total ecosystem. I can with the help of this diagram I'm trying to explain you the ecosystem, and in terms of this ecosystem where we will have job opportunity as a consultant, or apart from consultant there are other also role. Consultant in is a mediocre type of role, so if you are basically having sufficient experience you can also opt for more than I mean better role, like a consultant is doing more than that also. So basically with your proper experience like that, definitely. So here suppose Tata Steel, I'm just trying to explain you this like a story like that. Tata Steel basically wants to implement SAP as a ERP in their system. Okay, so in their company rather. So they have already I mean considered the other project, other product in this area like Oracle, JD Edwards, whatever we have just shown to you. But after considering all, they have found the cutting edge, I mean advantages of SAP, and they have chosen SAP. So they have basically done the agreement with SAP company, and SAP company has given them the license and with a cost definitely. And after that they are basically thinking that they are basically looking for a partner who will help them to implement that SAP in their system. So this is basically case of at the very beginning when in basically implementation is going on, and after implementation there is another story that is basically support. Manish is already aware of, so I will also explain that thing little brief. So this company, they are basically looking for to whom they will be partnering with. So they have found that SAP implementation is basically done by PwC in the Eastern India, and they are basically pioneer in this area. So they have done the contract with the PwC, and PwC will take the responsibility of the end-to-end implementation and providing after implementation 6 months support, and like AMC support, and after that some other vendor will come. Okay, so this is the basically ecosystem. This ecosystem basically applies for everywhere, means India, outside India, everywhere. Like this way, one company it takes the license from SAP, and that is for their own implementation, and other SI company comes into the picture. Now in terms of project, volume, project volume, the multiple vendor will come into the picture. Let's say PwC, TCS, Infosys, IBM, all will be clubbed together for a large project. Say we can name a very large project like Nestle project conducted by IBM. It was one of the successful project of IBM history as well as SAP history. Successful, it is running for 120 countries. Can you imagine that 120 countries, how big it is? So like this, there are multiple projects like PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, and fortunately, I have worked for such a large project while working for such a organization. Like I have already worked for PwC and other companies, Accenture, and I have got the exposure to learn from those kind of projects. So that's I can share those experience with you. Okay. So basically, when this implementation is going on, then job opportunity how will be coming up in front of us. So first job opportunity that will come, that is I'm basically going here in the client portion. Here we will have end user, SAP end user, who will be basically using our design, our SAP software system like that. They will be creating transaction, they will be creating sales order, invoice like that. Then to above them, there will be a supervisory kind of role that is basically key user. So say if there is a group of end user of say 10 people for one module. So there is one key user who will be controlling them. That is a key user because he knows more than that, and he will be basically communicating directly with the implementation team. Okay, SI team or the support team, uh, and place the requirement like that. And after that, when the successful implementation will be done, then that company will also think for deployment or recruitment of the in-house consultant. So per module they will be having their own consultant, so in-house consultant like that. So here we will have ample of job opportunities pertaining to SAP. Now there is no hard and fast rule or no I mean borderline or no bindings that one end user cannot uplift and go to this level like consultant. He, if the person has the wish, if the person has the zeal, then everything is possible. The person can uplift himself from the end user role to consultant role. There is no challenge. Only we need proper guidelines, proper training, and I mean strong desire to for of that person to uplift himself. Okay, right now I am coming to the PwC. PwC is also looking for manpower. What he will be looking for the successful implementation, he will be looking for consultant, he will be looking for project manager, he will be looking for delivery manager. All are basically very refined and very sophisticated kind of role in the SAP. So as well as if you consider here for client location like Tata Steel, they will also be looking for project manager. And in SAP, which is the last thing, SAP is also looking for their own practice, high level of SAP consultant who is having very good sound knowledge, because they have to develop their product, they have to upgrade their product each and every time. So these are the environment they, as a SAP consultant or after having a good knowledge in SAP in any of the module, you can have the job opportunity. So I am just stopping share right now. Mr. Orgo, kindly share once more. So whatever I have just discussed with you so far by sharing my screen, if you have any query regarding this, kindly ask. After this, we will go to the course content. Mr. Orgo, kindly share your screen.
Hi, so Manish this side.
Yes, Manish, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I have one question. That starting when you just show us that triangle, like the triangle is P to PW, C, and then another like vendor. So can you just please explain one more time better?
Yes, sure,
I just
sure.
don't
Just
understand that.
give me a
Keep
moment.
up.
Give me a moment. Yes. Then I am sharing my screen once more. Your voice is not very
Sure.
clear, Mr. Manish.
Okay. Okay. Wait 1 second.
Right now it is bit clear.
Yeah.
I think you have to change the network maybe due to rain or
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, okay. Okay. So this, Mr. Manish, you are basically requesting this one, right? So
Right.
kindly tell me what you want to know from this slide.
Now, I wanted to understand for this triangle, you said SAP to client and this SIP, this this triangular diagram. Like, how is the flow of the communication between these three?
Exactly, exactly. Good question. So basically, I'm explaining whatever I have shared with you, that thing once more. So basically, in
Yeah.
SAP area, whenever we are doing any kind of projects, so these projects are basically classified in two, three terminologies. Like at the beginning, if any company is basically planning for your uh, this thing SAP implementation at the very beginning. They don't have any ERP system in their company. At the very beginning, they thought that they will be going for SAP implementation. So very recently, we have done one implementation for one renowned cement company in the eastern zone. So they were having their homegrown software, and that homegrown software and were miserably failing to withstand the load of the users, and it was very slow. So they have thought that they will go for SAP implementation. So what they have done, they have basically invited SAP professionals or SAP company persons in their company. They have taken the quotation, they have done the negotiations, and they have purchased the SAP license. So SAP license is basically how many user will be using their system and what module they are basically opting for, and which version they will be taking, that is HANA version or ECC. Now it is for any new implementation, SAP is selling HANA only right now. 2021 is going on the market. So like this way they have done the contract. Okay, understood. Hope there is no problem, because with this company the SAP has tied up the knot, or they have done the, they have signed a agreement basically, okay, for the selling of the license. Now what will happen, they have taken the license. Now who will do the implementation? Implementation, what is implementation? Implementation is basically, there should be a team in both of the company, like who will be implementing and for whom it will be implemented. Like for that cement company, or here in the screen whatever the example that I have drawn, that is basically Tata Steel. So they are basically at the beginning SAP implementation is going on. So there should be two team at least. One should be a team from the client, and another team should be from the system integration, who will be doing the basically your this thing, your implementation. So in the implementation team, what will happen, there will be a delivery manager, there will be a project manager, and under that project manager there will be multiple module lead. Like for SD module there will be one lead, then for PP, then finance, because SAP is a modular approach, right? Each and everything is basically placed here as a module. So you have to implement that module basically. So all those module lead will have the consultant under their team. Each and every module lead will have their separate team, and in that team they will be having consultant like principal consultant, senior consultant, junior consultant, and intern also sometime. That means graduate engineers, or I mean fresh BTech MBA person. We take sometimes 1-2% for each and every project. They have to learn, right? They have to learn and grow like that. So this kind of a team formation will happen here. I'm not writing here, but I'm trying to explain you verbally. So and when it comes for the client or Tata Steel or that cement company where basically SAP is going to be implemented, they will be also having a team. So in their team there will be a project manager, and each and every module they will be placing, or they will be giving at least one key user who will be communicating with the implementation team. That key user is basically for each and every module, and that key user is basically having enough knowledge of their company's business process. Suppose SD module, for SD module, if they are giving any kind of key user who knows the process, then the person's responsibility to make them make the implementation partner clear regarding whatever the business they are running at present in for SD module, what are the processes they are running, and how they want in SAP. Everyone is basically implementing SAP to get rid of the pain area whatever they are facing in their current software, right? And they are having in a future expectation also, because for that only they are basically taking, I mean planning for such a huge expenditure. SAP expenditure is a very expensive, all of us we know it. So for that they have basically given us their requirement, and they will be guiding the implementation team, because implementation team from PwC, they are not aware of the business processes of that particular company. However, they may have a overall knowledge that if it is a steel industry or if it is a cement industry, that what are the process usually these companies do. But each and every company should have their different processes. Say some differentiation is having with them. So they will be I mean giving the requirement from their respective module, and this key user will be controlling the end user. So after implementation or before implementation, training will be given to the end user. After implementation, the end user will be I mean doing the transaction daily basis. So the key user will be controlling those end user, and many a times these end users are placing requirements regarding new changes or any issue they are facing. They are basically reporting those to key user. What is happening, Manish, at your case? So you are basically giving support the users globally. So the say for example you are supporting a particular geography, Middle East, just for example I'm telling. So Middle East, that means basically this thing, your Pakistan, then Saudi Arab, Qatar, this kind of countries user you are basically supporting. So whatever the issues on daily base operations these business users are facing, they are basically telling to their key users, and these key users are basically creating support incident or tickets, whatever, and that is coming to any tool like ServiceNow, and from ServiceNow it is coming to the service provider. Basically, if TCS is service provider, then that means they are basically giving daily support. Then each and every ticket with a SLA, and as well as with a priority coming to the concerned team of the TCS, or if it is a in-house support, then it is coming to in-house team. Like that is happening. So hope I am clear, Mr. Manish.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. I got the point. Thank you. Thanks for the explanation.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, Mr. Argo, you are ready, or shall I share? I mean, because I have managed the
Yes.
presentation. Okay, then please allow me. I'll open my
Is it
email.
over
Just
from you?
it's over from me. I'll take care of the presentation. I Here you are having some network problem. You already told me today morning. So maybe. So let me download from my email the presentation. 1 minute. I'll take. Yes. Download. Yes.
Yeah, so can you brief
Yes. I'm
about
sharing.
this?
I'm sharing. I'm sharing. Okay.
Oh,
You stop it. I'm sharing.
okay.
Fine. So already we have covered these things: landscape, everything, Oracle, everything, key facts, everything, product journey. So SAP product journey, how if it is launched, I'm just telling very briefly that because all in this information you will have in the Google itself, as well as in YouTube also. So I will come to the main our agenda. So what has happened long back from IBM, at least 6 7 engineers they left their job, and they have started the venture in Germany to build a new software like SAP, because they have, I mean, found at their time that there is market need and market demand, and keeping in mind that thing, they have designed the software, and after that it has come from the continuous evolvement, and after that right now they are basically having this HANA system. Earlier version was ECC. Nowadays also many companies globally using ECC, like Manish company, like that Manish client or company. But they are also thinking that many company also thinking that how soon they can migrate from ECC to HANA. So right now cloud oriented architecture, then is other products, everything basically SAP is opting continuously, it is offering, it is uplifting, developing its product, so that the company should be market relevant. The users, or the, I mean, client company should give value to the SAP, they should go for it. So already I have basically explained all these things, that in the SAP environment the role of SAP end user, SAP super user, SAP consultant. So when I am basically trying for the consultant, I will give much more emphasis regarding consultant, because our aim is to, I mean, provide you the consultant oriented training. What job actually in the field consultant will be performing, we will be giving training pertaining to that. Okay. So that functional consultant is a basically will be playing a very important, significant, and pivotal role in terms of their duty, and that is the reason, that is a significant area. If any person wants to, I mean, join as a functional consultant after having successful course completion, interview clearance, then from that particular post or that particular area, he can, with his own talent, or I mean the wish, whatever we can say, he will be able to go further beyond. Because what will happen that one person has joined in the here as a functional consultant, after that he will be gradually becoming a team lead. Okay. And after that, from team lead to as associate manager, then delivery manager, everything will come on his way basically. So these are basically very higher post. Not only that mayor consultant is the ultimate our target, but our target should be more than that, so that we can work. However, we will start with a consultant position. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen, having technical problem. Thank you for cooperation. Okay. Okay. So, what will be the role? I'm just giving more emphasis regarding the functional consultant role. So, functional consultant will take the requirement from the business user. Suppose, say for example, I'm just taking a live example of Manish company. So, as Manish is basically providing wonderful support to his existing user community. So, one user is basically giving, say, one requirement saying that. Say in certain area of business operations, say for example in I don't know that which country he basically is he's supporting, maybe Germany, correct me Manish if I'm wrong. So in Germany there are many cities, so if
Right.
any two cities they are having two new plants, they are basically planning to start a new two factory in their plant, I mean as planned, because in SAP we termed the factory as plant. Okay, so in two cities of Germany, they are basically coming up with two factories. So here they are placing the requirement to the concerned team that they have to do the needful so that business can place the transaction in the SAP system for the new plant. So what will happen that he will take the requirement, then the requirement will come to the concerned team of the support who is basically providing support for the SAP, and in that particular team there will be functional consultant. That functional consultant will have a word with the concerned user and take a in-depth of the requirement, like what will be the plant address, then with that plant any I mean what material they will be I mean assigning for the business, everything, every minor details they will be taking, and after taking they will be doing the configuration in the system, and once the configuration is done they will be doing testing at their own, that is called as functional testing. After that they will be offering that to the business user, and that is called as UAT or user acceptance testing. That is one of the major milestone in the for the any kind of SAP work here, because once a user is basically giving us I mean go ahead that the whatever he has desired, whatever he has expected, if the consultant has done that one, then what the next step and final step will be, that we will be moving that change to the final system, where what is basically called as production system. In that system daily basis the users are basically placing their transaction. So this is the role of functional consultant. Apart from that, there are certain requirement. For that requirement, to achieve the requirement, that functional consultant need to take care of the above consultants many a time, because the users are giving requirements. Say for example, for one report oriented requirement that consultants they are giving, one new report they are basically asking for, that has to be developed. Then programming language will come into the picture, above programming language will come into the picture for the development, and sorry, this functional consultant will guide the above part or the above consultant that what is his need. Accordingly above consultant will develop the program and they will offer it to the business user. And apart from that, if there is any involvement of any other cross module, like for any complex requirement, like module is also involved for the requirement, PP module is involved for the requirement, then that functional consultant will play a role of liaison, or he will go to the counterpart for module, PP module or FI module, and jointly they will deliver the requirement, they will address the requirement. Okay, this is the thing. So technical consultant already have explained that they will be taking care of code, everything, and basis consultant they will be installing the software, performance tuning, system upgradation, all these things. Okay, now system architecture, cloud platform, SAP, what these are the new offerings. SAP has basically acquired many companies, and they are basically I mean nowadays they are basically giving I mean service for all these companies product. Okay, so I'm coming to SAP system landscape. So SAP having basically three-tier architecture. One is basically one three-tier architecture, or you may consider three server, because you know already I'm just considering that you are already aware of the server architecture, because everywhere you are going server, you will have like in banking, railway, everything. Server is the heart of all, I mean, digitalization basically. So in SAP also we are having three servers. One is your development server, one is your quality assurance server, and one is your production server. So in the development we are having basically three things. We are basically doing all configuration, all functional testing, and quality testing we are doing basically in quality system. We are providing training to the user in this system. There is a middle system, and thirdly production system, that is the final system. There all live transactions happening. So uh, this is the structure. So we as a consultant we will be having access for first two system. For the third and final system we will not be having the access. Whatever the document users are basically preparing, we can display it, but we cannot do any kind of creation, edit, any, that is restricted, because that is a violation of law, because production is the ultimate system where business is placing their transaction. Okay. So uh, basically I'm coming to SD module. What is basically SD module, and who should learn SAP module? See, SAP SD is a very important module. It is basically if having two parts. One is basically your sales, another is basically your distribution basically. So so distribution is all about how the goods is basically going to the end customer. So and there are basically like certain sub module like delivery, billing, credit management, all the basically very important module for the sales. And one thing I'm telling you, that sales is the ultimate thing for any business. That is a bloodline. If sales module is not I mean working, then no module is working. Everything we are basically doing in organization for the sales only, right? If there is no sales, then there is no question of business basically. So the demand of the SAP consultant, SD consultant particularly, will be always there. Okay. And here they have shown here that the career options as AC consultant, already I have told you that what will be the role. Say one consultant, one senior consultant will be having the responsibility to work in the implementation project, which is one of the challenging tasks in the SAP's world. And as a support consultant, you will be providing daily basis support. You will be working on the incident and tickets, and gradually whenever you are I mean as a budding SD consultant, as an aspiring SD consultant, when you are basically starting your career, then you should start from the support consultant, as a support consultant. Then gradually you pick up the skill, and you should aim for the implementation project and work there, because you will have enough exposure in the implementation project. Support you will have little less exposure, but to start with you should have the support project. Unless and until you are having sufficient experience, no person will give you the scope in the implementation project. Now I am coming to the SAP job market, regarding opportunities, because everything we are basically doing for to have a I mean well paid job basically, that is our target. So in terms of SAP salary, SAP functional consultant salary, I mean in nowadays for in Calcutta market, as I'm basically from Calcutta, so to start with at least 35 to 40,000 in hand, the starting you may expect, if that is minimum one. And with your age, experience, and in the good company, and it will basically go up to say 20 lakh, 30 lakh with the experience basically. And we you will also have the opportunity all over the world, not only within Calcutta, but also in many metro cities of the like Hyderabad, Bangalore, in India, and sometimes abroad also. And if you are having good organization like TCS, Infosys, then from that companies you will also be having foreign assignment. Many, we know many of the our consultant friends, they are basically permanently settled in abroad. But for that you need to have that much of skill. Regularly you have to brush up your skill and have the confidence basically. Okay. So right now I am coming to SD course module, SD whatever we are giving you. Okay. So regarding our okay, these are the a few companies where we have successfully placed our student. Just to give you example, that these are the company within Calcutta we have got the opportunity to place our student. Not sure they are right now working there, or they have got many good opportunity, because if we have seen many incidents in our life that after working 2 years or 3 years or less than that, consultants are getting ample jobs in the SAP market, and they are having say multiple offer. One offer they are negotiating with other company, and they are having say high offer, then they are gradually changing the company. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so and Mr. Argo, do you have that thing? Whatever we are basically only this presentation you are having, or any other presentation
No,
wherein
no, no,
we
no,
can
no,
show
no.
only this, right? Okay,
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
basically these are the things. So I will also end my session saying a few words regarding our training methodology. So we'll be providing you one of the best in the industry relevant faculty, like who is having more than 15 years of experience, and we will be having the weekend basis class. Why? Because these are the our all the faculty members, they are associated with large or MNC organization, and they are basically in a very respected and responsible position. They are serving their respective companies, and that is the reason weekdays they cannot afford time. Say we have requested them, and they have basically agreed that only Saturday Sunday they can usually give times at least 2 hours per weekend basis. And accordingly we have planned our design, our course material, our curriculum, everything. And server access will be providing to you, so remote access you will have, and 24/7 that access will be with you, so that you can able to practice it. And for any kind of doubt, there will be one WhatsApp group with the batch or with the individual whomsoever is basically opting for the training with the faculty, with the institute management, and with the student. Among these persons we will be forming one WhatsApp group, and for any time, any kind of doubt, if the student is having any doubt, so he or she will be feel free to post in that group, and we will be happy to solve that one. So that this is our training pedagogy, and this is the way we will be imparting the training. And at the end of the training we'll be helping you to develop your CV, and wherever we will be having job opportunity, we'll be informing you, and we'll be giving you sample interview questions, and a mock interview also will be assisting you that how to face the interview like that. Okay, and all kind of study material, like which book you will be I mean following, and which material you will be following, that we will be giving. Okay, so here I am basically ending my question. So sorry, my presentation. So basically now the time is with you for the question and answer. So over to you people. If you have any doubt, we will be happy to help you.
Okay, hi. So I'm sorry to like ask a question. Like this is Manish this side.
Yes, Manish, tell me.
Yeah, yeah. I have a question. Like I do have almost like 13 to 14 years of experience. Like already working into the IT. So like basically my company is they are they are I'm to say their major support is into the SAP. But I like I wanted to move on to this SAP SD module. So basically, like while doing this course, I need to look for some other organization where you can where I can utilize my past and previous experience. So how this course will going to help me, because I do have almost more than 13 plus years of experience.
What is your background, educational background?
Done my graduation in aircraft maintenance engineering.
I mean, sometimes your voice is breaking, it's low, or sometimes it's perfect. There is voice problem, network issue.
I have done my graduation in aircraft maintenance engineering.
Do you have, I mean, BE BTech degree or MBA degree?
Oh, I don't have. It's a
Anyway,
license course.
yes, kindly repeat. Right now, the voice is perfect. Kindly repeat.
Okay, okay. I have done my graduation in aircraft maintenance engineering. I am from aviation background, so this course was neither there in the form of degree diploma. It's like 12 plus 3 years. It will be there in the form of license course. Okay, so like to
Mhm.
work on, I'm kind of certifying aircraft engineer
Sorry.
for the Airbus A320s aircraft. So I come from different background.
Okay, that's great. I mean, because whenever we are interacting many people with for this SAP, we are having many people, but your background is really exceptional. So because I
Right,
must
right,
share,
right, right.
I must admit, because regularly I'm interacting with diversified persons, personalities. So
Right, right,
I
right.
must say
So
it is
correct.
a
So
it is correct.
yeah. So,
Anyways,
yeah.
come to
So
the
this is
point.
what my question is, that like how this will going to help me, because I
So
don't have
so
a
I
BE
am
BTech,
telling you,
because my course
I'm
is different.
exactly. I'm telling you upfront. So what is happening? Say, let us take an example of the companies like premium IT companies like IBM. So what they are looking for? They are basically very keen regarding the educational background of the candidate who is basically applying to them. So that is, they are basically opting for 16 years of full-time educational background. So how this is happening? So this is basically happening if after 10 plus 2, one person in is basically going for engineering, then straight away he will have 4+ years of experience full time from that course. So 12 plus 4 will make 16, and he is totally eligible for their SAP job like that. And with this certain percentage will also come like throughout 60%, 70% like that. Okay, but if any person is not going for any engineering, he is going for say any kind of graduation like general studies, BCom, BSc, BA like that. Then what will happen? That I'm considering honors course. Then it is a course of 3 years. So then 12 plus 3 will be 15 years. And with that, they if they go for MBA, then that will be for 2 years or 1 year executive MBA. Then 16 the requirement will be fulfilled. Like this, basically any premium IT company, they are basically looking like PwC, like IBM. But it is not like that. Our I mean, things are getting ended in that company. It's not like that, because in SAP world you will have n numbers of company. It's ultimate based on your knowledge. If you are giving good interview, if you are I mean in able to generate the confidence in the interviewer mind, and if the company is having the requirement, then they will give you the chance. And I know many people that while working as a SAP consultant, they have completed their MBA or part-time basis or executive MBA like that. So that has helped them equally. So as such, that degree will not have any problem. But what is market trend? I'm just sharing with you basically. So by the time, if having this SAP course parallelly, if you are going for MBA, then MBA will also give you other mileage also. So that is one thing from the educational perspective. But to start with, as I have already told, there are many companies who will not basically look for the educational background. It is all about supply and demand. And right now market is little bit I mean going in a sluggish way. Recruitment is not happening in a very fast mode, but it is expected from the next year, maybe after Jan, maybe from March onwards. As a experienced consultant, we are expecting that there will be huge I mean recruitment will come in the SAP market. And we cannot give the supply. Basically whatever the demand will be there in the market, we cannot fulfill 100% sure. So in that phase, so if the person is having good knowledge, then many companies will give him chance. So as a intern also, that person can join. And as you have already having 13 plus years of proven experience, so they will I mean they will keep their trust on you, that you can handle it. Already you are having SAP oriented experience. That is a mostly added advantage.
Right,
What else you need? You just
right.
need the background of the configuration, how the things are doing. I mean, at the back end, how basically a plant is defined, how sales organization is defined. All these are the things you will be doing. Then you will be practicing and you become consultant. No problem for that, because
Okay. And like
that is.
so, and I also have a question about like the current cities, because almost although like I'm sitting on almost like 15 plus, right? So like
Mhm.
do like choosing this and like switching to another company, I need to start from the less one or the same one.
No,
I
no, no.
don't
I
think
don't
so.
feel. I don't feel less. Why less one? If some person is basically doing SAP course, he should aim high, na. So why he'll look for less salary? No, he'll not. If any freshers person is doing without any industry background, then there that will be a point. But
Okay.
for an experienced person, there is no point of I mean thinking that I will be joining a very less salary like that, because I know that with this age experience you are having liabilities, everything to feed your
Right.
family, everything, your maybe
Right.
other liabilities. So you should have at least whatever you are running per month, same or more than that. So I think
Right.
definitely you will have it with proper knowledge. And if need, you can do one thing. When the course will be ended, I'll strongly
Uh,
recommend to all my I mean friends here who have joined as as a budding SD consultant or a SAP aspirant, that you will go for this one SAP certification, online certification.
Okay. Okay.
So that will give you very good scope in the market. That
Okay.
you have
SAP. Yeah, SAP online certification. You're talking about this SAP global certification from the Germany,
global
right?
certification from the Germany.
Yeah.
So it is very easy right now. Earlier it was very tough. Okay, in terms of
Okay.
expenditure and other thing. Nowadays SAP is basically offering you at least 22,000. They will take online exam. Okay, so 80
Okay.
question they will give you, and immediately result will come online exam. And there are certain other companies. I mean talk with you in separate. I mean time. They will also help us to achieve this exam like that. So there is
Okay.
no
Okay.
problem, but if you are having, then that will give you advantage. So as you are basically serving European customers, so that will be
Right.
very, is basically very advantageous point for you. Within India may not be treated as a very positive point for that, but outside India it will give you opportunities.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, any
Okay.
other question?
No, sir. Nothing from my side. Anyone else can ask the like
Thank
the
you.
Chinese guy.
Manish, what is your full name?
Manish Prasad Burman.
Manish Prasad Burman. You are from which area? I mean, Tripura or West Bengal?
No, no, I am basically from the West Bengal, like born in
Oh,
West Bengal. But since like my father was working in Air Force, so he
hmm.
just
Okay. Okay. So, any other question from Mr. Durga? Durga, I didn't hear from you. You have joined little late. Sorry, we have already started that point of time already, because already from Mr. Jena we have heard regarding his background and all. Durga, if you have any
hello.
question, you can
Yeah,
also
hello.
ask.
Yeah, hello. Hello, Swam. Hello,
Yes, Mr. Manish, tell me.
Swam. This is Manish this again. I'm sorry, I just missed the network. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, actually, we were talking about like since from the defense background, so we used to roam, like keep on posting across the India. So, but right
Acha,
now
acha.
we are in Kolkata. Like
Okay,
we got
okay.
set Shamnagar.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you. No problem. Mr. Durga, kindly go ahead.
yeah.
So if the team is not having any question, so I mean, uh, request Mr. Orgo to take over from this point of time. So over to
Okay.
Mr. Orgo. So my portion is
Yeah.
concluded. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks to all.
Shom, for your wonderful session. To take the wonderful session. Thanks to my other participations, Durga, Madhusudan, Manish, for the giving their valuable time to us. If you have any queries related to the course, just get back to me. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Sure.
Any
So also,
questions?
is it? I'm
Yes,
just
yes, yes,
asking.
yes.
Yeah, this is Manish side. Is it possible to get that PPT like somewhere so that we can go through it?
Hmm? Hello. Yes.
Hello,
Hmm.
am I audible?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
I request if you can just share the this all this conversation link so that I can go through it again. Okay, and
Sure. Sure.
along with
Sure.
those
Sure.
PPT
Sure. Sure.
PPT details if
This
possible.
will this will
Yeah, thank
within the
you.
2 days we will upload into the YouTube. Okay. Then
Okay.
I will share you
Okay, okay,
the
fine,
this
fine, fine.
thing. Okay.
The link. Okay,
Link
okay, that will
to
be fine.
all
Yeah,
of you.
thank you.
Anything else? Durga Madhusudan?
No, no, no. Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So can I
Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you so much.
bye?
For any clarification, get in touch with Mr.
Bye bye. Thank
Orgo.
you
He'll help you.
very much.
Bye bye.
Thanks for your time.
Bye.
Okay, sure, sure. Bye.
Thank you.